friends, welcome to today's video. I'm doing this fun little DIY traveler's notebook, and I did already cut the pages, and I cut them to 7¼ by 7½. Don't ask me why. Well, okay, I found a traveler's notebook in my stash and I measured it and it was 8½ by 8¼ and then for some reason when I was cutting the pages I wasn't looking at the numbers properly and cut them to 7½ by 7¼ but it's all good. Just letting you know that's a size. You can literally do any size you want. And then I did sewing on the pages as well, and I'm not, these papers are already double-sided, so I'm not going to like glue different pages together. They're already double-sided, so it's fine. And the cover is a shaker cover. I used 2 sequin mixes from my shop, actually. If you don't know, I run a sequin mix shop, and I just mixed 2 of them together, Flower Power, and then another one that was in my Valentine's, what's the word? Like countdown to Valentine's Advent kind of thing. So I mixed those 2 together because it matches collection really well. So this is the Happy Days collection from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. It's really cute, really fun. I got this all from Scrapbook Nerd. That's this video is a Scrapbook Nerd video, and I'm doing this series right now where I am the first video of the series was my kind of like kit that I made with this new collection, and then also a few things from my stash. And in this video I'm kind of going to show you how you can use your stash items and then new collections to make a lot of different things. So at the end of the series I'm going to kind of close it out with showing what I made from that and like how much I used up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about this series that I'm doing, and I'm hoping that you are enjoying following along and seeing how you can really kind of, I don't know, make products from your stash new by getting a few new things. And this collection is so cute. Okay, so the cover, I made a shaker cover, and what I did is I just chose a piece of paper from the collection, and I took some tulle that I just got from like Michael's. You can get tulle really anywhere, any craft stores, and some of the sequin mix that I chose. And so I took the paper, measured it, and then sewed around 3 edges with the tulle, and then put the sequin mix in, and then closed up the 3rd edge. And I left a little bit of a border on my traveler's notebook on the cover, just so you can see that strawberry paper a little bit because it's really cute. And then I'm just going to embellish it a little bit with some of these pretty flowers and that word piece in the middle that I believe was a cut apart, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been in the ephemera pack, but it might have been a cut apart. So that's going to be my cover, and then I'm going to use a few of the chipboard pieces as well. I haven't attached it yet, but I will attach it after I decorate most of it. I just didn't know if I wanted to sew on certain parts. I don't end up sewing on on the pages, but I wanted to keep them apart just in case. And the how I adhere the album together is I just use my sewing machine. I'm only doing 4 pages in this album, so it's not big by any means. So my sewing machine was able to get through it just fine. And I really wanted to make this simple and straightforward and not make it too complicated. I, in the past, have definitely made albums and traveler's notebooks where it's just been like complicated, and so like so many things going on that I kind of like mess it up and yeah, just kind of over complicate things. So I wanted to really make this simple. And this is going to go in some happy mail to a friend, and they're welcome to use it in any way. They can put photos in it if they want, or they can like display it in their craft room, or whatever they choose to do is up to them. I actually am kind of putting like a happy mail package together out of all the things I make in this series, and I think it'll go together really nicely, so I'll definitely have to show you a video of that. I've made a number of things so far with this collection. Excuse me, sorry. I made this, and then I made a different kind of mini album with like a different kind of like spine, like way to attach it all. And then I made a tag flip, I've made shakers, I've made a scrapbook layout. So I'm really trying to make a variety of things so that you can see different ways to use this collection if you have it. And hopefully, you'll get a little bit of inspiration and different ideas and ways to just like stretch what you have. I'm trying to make sure I use a lot of the papers. I'm trying to make sure I use a lot of the ephemera and the stickers and the chipboard, and the little heart stickers. Oh, in this video, I use up the second rub-on sheets. If you saw in the first video in this series, I got 2 rub-on sheets from Scrapbook Nerd to add to this kit. And in the last video, I believe it was, in the last video, I did a scrapbook layout where I used the rub-ons. And then in this video, I used the rest of them. So I've used up both rub-on sheets, which is awesome. And I think they add something special to the paper, kind of make it unique and make it your own and all that stuff. So, so that's that. What else? Just adding different like little embellishments and things that'll stick out the top or the side, like tabs and different stickers and things like that. So yeah, there's the rub-on sheet that I used up. Sorry that I'm out of frame a little bit. I do eventually fix that. It's so hard like remembering that I'm filming and I have to be sure to make sure I'm in frame at all times rather than just like crafting and being in the zone. I have to really be intentional about making sure I'm in frame. So I do apologize for that. It happens. And what else do I have to talk about? I don't really like have any like big or grand tips for making these books. There are so many different ways you can put these albums together, so many different tools you can use. If you have any questions, let me know. But like I said, I just sewed down the middle. You could also stitch it by hand, and there's, like I said, different tools you can use to make the binding. But when I didn't have any tools or sewing machines, like a couple years ago, I would use like twine or something and just tie it around the middle. And although it's not a permanent solution, it still works. Honestly, it works just fine. And you could even like glue, if you have like different size papers or smaller papers, you can like glue those in the middle. But like if you just tie it around, then it's fine. Like I don't think you have to have fancy tools and fancy machines to like be able to make these kind of albums. I mean, of course there's some exceptions, but there's definitely alternatives, and you don't need the big fancy things to be able to make these. So I just grabbed some trim from my stash because I did want some more texture, more than just like paper. I wanted different kinds of texture in this album, so I went with a few different trims and things. And I think this album, or this traveler's notebook, or whatever you want to call it, turned out pretty cute. And like I said, I'm gifting this to somebody, so I don't have pictures in it, but of course you can put your photos in it. This one is a little bit smaller of an album, so your photos would have to be, 2.5 by 3.5 or 2 by 3. Pretty small photos, depending on how much embellishing you wanted to do as well. This tape is from Scrapbook Nerd. It is very, very strong tape. So if you get it, just be warned that it's not one that it's not like you can move things around once you use it. It is very strong. So for mini albums, it's good because if you're building the base of an album, it's really nice. Like if people are flipping through it, it makes it like not fall apart. But there are other adhesives on the website if you don't want something so permanent, that I've used that I love as well. Just depends what's in stock when you're seeing this video. But I've used one, I don't remember like the names or brands, but that is like, this one is like the red backing, but I've used one that's white as well. The white one is really good. I would say that's probably my favorite one, the white one. Not that this one isn't good, but it's almost too good. And I am the type that sometimes can mess up because I think like eyeball things and I don't like measure. I just, that's good enough. And then I'm like, oh shoot, no, that's off. That's crooked. So just take note of that depending on like what strength of adhesive you want. But like I said, for like mini albums and stuff, especially if you're building the base of a mini album, like I have done in previous videos, this tape is really good for that because it's like, because if you use glue, you might be able to like see or like, yeah, see the texture from that and like feel it. So anyway, just some tips that I have. I am still like kind of new to this kind of stuff. I mean, not really, but kind of. I'm not like the best at it. But I still, yeah, I've definitely made a lot of mistakes and learned from them. So I feel like I've done a lot of trial and error and maybe have a little bit of experience with that. And can tell you the things that I maybe have done wrong that didn't work out for me exactly maybe the way I would have wanted. But hey, I learned from it and that's awesome. So we're getting there. You can see this album is starting to come together and I have tabs and different things on it. This is the cut apart sheet. I've almost used up both of the cut apart sheets entirely. I love a good cut apart sheet. It's just like extra ephemera and extra journaling cards and just extra things that you can use. It's awesome. I love cut apart sheets, and this in the collection kit, you get 2 of each paper, which is fantastic because especially for double-sided papers, then you don't have to choose between which side you're going to use. You can use both of them. And in this video, I also use stamps, which I don't use a lot, but it was sent to me from Scrapbook Nerd, so I included it in this kit. And I did some stamping. I had to stop and start a few times, so if there's pauses, that's why. But I did do some stamping. It's the Vicky Bouton Where To Next stamp set, and I love it. It's really, it has a good variety in the stamp set. I really like using words and phrases and using different fonts. I think that looks really fun. And so the ones that I used from this set are different fonts and different like sayings and words and things like that. So it is really nice to do that like shadowing effect. I used to do that a lot on layouts and I really loved it, and I need to do it more. I just don't think to use like different mediums when I'm crafting, which I know probably sounds silly to a lot of you because probably a lot of you do like mixed media type crafting on your scrapbook layouts and stuff. But it's a lot to like bring out all the stuff. I just bring out like the bag of the stuff from the kit I'm using, and then that's it. But I need to remember my mixed media cart is always sitting beside me, so I just need to like reach for it and remember to use it because it adds such a special touch to projects, I think. So yeah, definitely happy that I did some stamping. Actually, I don't think I've done it yet, but I will in a second. I'm just clearing things out. Got my little ink pad out. And I honestly don't remember where this ink pad is from. It might have been from like a Scrapbook and Cards Today retreat or something like that. I don't quite remember, but it is one that does the trick. And then I just have that acrylic, what are they called? I'm forgetting all of these terms and things because it's been so long since I've done stamping, but the acrylic thing that I put the stamp on to stamp it around and do that shadowing. And I think the shadowing looks the stamping with the shadowing looks really cool on the pages with the rub-ons. I think again it like customizes the page and makes it my own, and it looks really cool because the rub-ons are, some of them look like watercolor paint. So I think that really adds to the mixed media of it all, when really it was just a rub-on. I didn't really have to work that hard. So I think that was like a nice touch to it all. And you can see the sewing that I've done on each of the pages as well. I just use white thread, simple, but I think it's a nice added touch to it all. And you can see that little heart-shaped dish. It's just from Dollar Tree that I put all the ephemera in from both the floral ephemera pack and the regular ephemera pack. And that's nice to just be able to see everything without it like being in like their packaging. It's just all like I can see it all in one spot, which is nice. And I can see the pile of ephemera slowly shrinking as I'm using it throughout these videos. I will probably do maybe about 2 more projects or so with this kit, and then I'm gonna switch it up to a smaller kit that I'll just do a few videos with, like a few projects. And then in the spring, I want to do a whole new kit. So we'll get there eventually, but really love the way this turned out. So just doing a little flip through here of everything. And you have to let me know what you think. I'm going to put the links all down below for Scrapbook Nerd. You can check out the Facebook group. We do free crops there once a month. And then you can check out the website as well for new products, these products, all kinds of things. Let me know if you have any questions about this or Scrapbook Nerd or anything. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.